Ever since I was a little kid, I was always fascinated by poison darts. Only uncontacted tribes in the Amazon have these things right now. Places like Brazil and Peru still have a select few people that have these weapons, where they shoot a dart out with poison on the tip of it. It sticks into the enemy, poisons them, and kills them. Very ferocious stuff. Hello everyone! My name is Exotic Gaming, and today we are going to be taking a look at some of these poison darts, but in Pixel Gun 3D. In the most recent 14.1.0 update, they added in a poison darts weapon, and it's awesome. Let's take a look at it. Now, before this video actually starts, I know a lot of you guys probably want the poison darts, and I might consider to figure out a way to get free gems and coins in Pixel Gun 3D. Do you guys want that? If you do, leave a like down below. Leave a like if you want the poison darts for free, because if we get enough support on this video, I'll figure out a way to get it for you guys. Anyways, with that being said, let's get into the video. Going into the armory section, these are the poison darts. I gotta say, they look awesome. These things are actual existent in real life, and that's another cool factor. There are a lot of guns in Pixel Gun that obviously don't exist in real life, but this is one of the ones that does. This is an epic special weapon, combat level 16 with a 28 power, 68 firing rates, 15 capacity, and a 90 mobility. It has the poison effect, and it slows down your targets. And you're generally looking at a 2-shot headshot when you're using this weapon. Not the most powerful thing in the world, but then again, it's not the most expensive one in the world. And unfortunately, with Pixel Gun 3D, with power comes price. You want a powerful weapon, you're gonna have to spend a lot on this game. And if they don't end up doing that, it's gonna kind of break the game completely. Now, here's something that's really, really unique about the poison darts that maybe you guys would have never expected these things to have. Now, as you all will see, no matter how far away an enemy is, this thing has no travel time whatsoever. With other weapons in Pixel Gun 3D that are similar to this, you're going to end up firing and you're going to have to wait for the dart to literally travel to take the enemy player out. Well, with this thing, that's not the case. As you can see, the second I fire, I hit the enemy player, and it makes it a lot easier to use than a lot of other special weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. You're no longer going to have to guess where you think the enemy is going to be when you're using this thing, because it's easy. As long as the person is inside your crosshairs, you're good. And you can hold down that firing button and spam the firing button, because you're not going to lose accuracy when you use this thing. Because of this, probably everybody thought this was a weapon that was going to work well in Silent School and Pool Party, but I have to say it doesn't. It works best in Paradise Resorts and these other medium-ranged maps of Pixel Gun 3D. Because as we know, in Pixel Gun 3D, there really isn't an accuracy component. As long as somebody is in the center of your crosshair, you're pretty much guaranteed to land the shot on the enemy player. But with this thing, I mean, look at this. You don't have to worry about any accuracy. You could literally fire all the way across the map and still hit the enemy player, which is just unheard of. It makes this weapon a lot better than we probably originally thought. I wonder if Really Soft intended on this thing actually having a travel time, but they forgot to add it in. Because this thing is actually a very powerful weapon with this thing not having travel time. It makes it a lot better than people originally would have thought it would be, like I said before. It's really good. It's really good. I mean, you just hold down that firing button and you just get kill after kill after kill like this. It's great. I really, really like the poison darts. This isn't my favorite weapon from this most recent update, just because it's a little less cool in design compared to others, but the whole concept behind it is very, very unique. There isn't another dart-type weapon in Pixel Gun 3. I mean, I guess you could say maybe something like the Good Doctor or the Bad Doctor are kind of things like that, but they're not really the same. And plus, with those weapons, you have a travel time, so they're more difficult to use in general. But I mean, as you all have seen, I've gotten a lot of kills in this video. I've gotten kill after kill after kill. Many people have died. There are smart bullet bazooka blasts that are nice. Little screenshot there for the video, potentially. And, I mean, it's just really, really cool. Now, this thing will not work well in all situations. It's not like this thing is perfect in all scenarios, because it's not. If you want to take this thing into close range, like Silent School and stuff like that, you're going to have a difficult time. I actually was practicing in Silent School before I recorded this video, and I got very, very low amounts of kills because you just can't beat somebody who's using a ridiculously OP weapon like the multitaskers or something like that when you're using this thing. It just doesn't really work. So try to stay away from Silent School, stay away from Pool Party. Maps like that, go into Paradise Resort, go into Mining Camp, maps like that that are more medium range, and that way you can get more consistent kills when you're using this thing. Because you're actually going to do really well if you use this thing in the proper scenarios. If you use this thing in Silent School, you're just not, and you're kind of ruining the chances that you can do well with this weapon. Because this thing is great, and as long as you use it the proper way, you're going to do really, really well. I love the poison effect that this thing has as well, because if enough time passes, that poison effect will kill the enemy player, and it makes it so this thing might even be a one-shot kill if you're really, really lucky. As you can see, though, if you get too close to enemy players, it starts to get difficult. Somebody's going to have an area damage weapon, and, well, you're obviously not going to be able to take them out. So stay at range, and the range is going to help you so much. I mean, it makes sense, you know? The Amazon rainforest tribes don't have long-range weapons, so they have to try to make their poison darts work at long range, and I guess they've manufactured them to the perfect settings so they can actually work and have no travel time whatsoever. Now, obviously, that's not the case in real life. There are no such things as poison darts that have no travel time whatsoever, and that still leads me to the suspicion that they just programmed this thing into the game wrong. Really Soft made it so these things had no travel time, and that was actually not what these things were supposed to have. I'm not going to be surprised if in a future update they make the poison darts actually have a travel time. I feel like they should make it a little bit more powerful if they do have a travel time, but it would make more sense if these things did have a travel time. But I mean, as you all can see, we're doing well. We're getting the kills, and it's really, really nice. It's just really kind of weird because a lot of the times when you do fire, you feel like you hit the player, but you didn't. So it's a little unusual. Some of the kills, you don't understand how you got them, and then other ones, you feel like you did kill them, but you didn't. So it's kind of weird. It's definitely weird. I feel like this weapon is almost like in a beta state right now. It's not like in the optimal state that it could be in. I feel like if they did an update in the near future, it would make things just a little bit better. But for right now, it's good. It's really, really good. We're getting some great gameplay with this thing in Mining Camp and in Paradise Resort, and that's what you can expect right now if you were to get the poison darts. We've got ourselves about 6 kills in that match. In the last match in Paradise Resort, we got around 10 kills, maybe even 11 or 12, because a lot of people have had resurrections. So, I mean, for a weapon that's only epic grade, that's really, really good. That definitely does its job. It holds its own, it does well, and I mean, there's really no negative things you could say about this. Now, I'm tempted to go into Pool Party, but I'm not going to do that because obviously it's just going to be bad gameplay. I said you get bad gameplay in close range, that's what you can expect. Mafia Mansion still has a lot of close range encounters, but at least we have a little bit longer range so we can actually see how this weapon performs maybe in a map that's just a little bit closer than some of the other standard ones that you go into like Paradise Resort and stuff like that. As you can see though, when you get too close to enemies, things start to go downhill. So don't get too close to them, and that way you can make the most out of these weapons. There was a pretty good example of that poison effect that was actually working pretty well on that guy. Here's a robot samurai. I don't know if we can actually take the robot samurai out with this thing. It's probably going to be like a 4 or a 5 shot kill to a robot samurai. Same with a mech. So likely to take out robot samurais and mechs with this thing? Probably not. I would say your best bet is to just take out maybe a more powerful area damage weapon, finish the mech off with that, and then switch over to your poison darts to actually finish the person off. If you encounter a lot of noobs with the supercharged rifle, your best bet is to literally just leave because it's not fun to encounter anybody with those things. They're tryhards, they don't make the game fun. So leave if you see a bunch of noobs with the supercharged rifle. But if you see a lot of players with some other talented weapons in the game, then stay, and you might actually get some very, very good gameplay when you're using this thing. But other than that, I don't really have much else I could possibly say about the poison darts. If I could rate these weapons between 1 and 10, I'd give this thing probably about an 8 or a 7.5 right now. It's a lot better than I originally thought when I first bought the weapons, and that's because this weapon does have no travel time whatsoever. So it makes it a lot easier to land your shots on enemy players. That's the great thing about the poison darts. A lot easier to get shots compared to other weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, and that's why I like it. That's why I like it a lot. Would I recommend getting these things? I mean, if you want a weapon that actually requires a lot of skill when using, go right ahead and get it. They're really unique, they're fun to use, and honestly, there's really not any too many negative things I could say about it. So, in the end, should you get it? Yeah. Why not? Why not get the poison darts? You're going to get some kills in style. You're going to be an uncontacted tribe from the Amazon rainforest when you're using this thing. Expect to get a lot of deaths when you use this thing if you do buy it. But, I mean, my God, the few kills that you do get on a consistent basis, they're awesome. They're really, really cool. And I like this weapon because of that. And it's not like I'm getting no kills in this video. I'm getting a lot of kills in this video. It's just I'm not getting as many as I would get with other special weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. So keep that in mind. It's not really that big of a deal. You can still do well with this thing, and that's the most important thing. It's just difficult to use this thing the entire length of a match and actually get a first place position. So use this with some other weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, and that way you can actually get every possible kill you could imagine in this game. So use this weapon alongside maybe an area damage weapon, maybe a sniper rifle, stuff like that. That way you can carry yourself at all different ranges, and you're going to be good. You're going to be really, really good. I like this a lot. These weapons are fun. I'm going to use them in the future. Like I said, I'm going to use a lot of these new 14.1.0 weapons in the near future because they're just so unique, so fun. I love prehistoric weapons. Guys, if you haven't checked out my bone sniper rifle review that I posted just before this one, make sure to do so. I thought it turned out to be a great video. We got some great gameplay with a very cool sniper rifle that you all can see right here. I'll have it linked down below in the description. And over the last couple of minutes, we'll jump right back into Paradise Resort and just finish some things off here. I can't guarantee any videos uploaded tomorrow. I have a lot of work I need to do for my college, and I have some pretty big presentations that I'm going to be doing. So if there's no video tomorrow, don't freak out. It might be 2 days before the next video is posted on the channel. We're going to have quite a few more weapon reviews still posted in the near future, so if you guys have not turned on those notifications, be sure to do so, because you will be one of the first people to see these brand new weapons in Pixel Gun 3. Of course, other than me, who has these weapons. But if you do not have these weapons and you want to see how these weapons perform, all the new weapons in Pixel Gun 3D, like I said, turn on notifications, and that way you will be able to see whether or not you should get them. Be sure to check out the ones that I posted yesterday. I did a review on the Eye of Ra, and I did a review on the Primal Beast. Both of those weapons, very, very unique, very cool weapons, and I really, really like both of those guns. So be sure to check them out. And with that being said, guys, that's basically it. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, sorry. Maybe the day after tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know. I'll just see you guys soon, okay?